Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great. As you might know, we had some live trainings in the group last week. And one of the topics we talked about was new career path. Now, I didn't record the live session, but I wanted to record this for you today because we talked about the probably the most important step you want to take when you are exploring new career paths. And yet it is the step that I most commonly see that it's being forgotten and skipped over. So if you are currently looking for a job, but find job search to be very difficult, you find that you aren't getting interviews, or you are finding that your interviews aren't going that well, you will want to stick with me here today. And if you are not, like, if you're thinking about looking for a job, if you haven't started the search yet, this is also for you because it's going to help you to set a strong foundation for your job search. So let's start. It's going to be a bit difficult to be flipping. So the first step, this is okay, so this is something you want to do before you even start looking, before you even start working on your CV, before you even do anything about like actively looking and applying for jobs. First step you want to focus on is your strengths, your points to improve, and the value you bring. Now, oftentimes you might be aware of what your strengths are. You might be aware, you have like high self-awareness, but sometimes, let me just turn on the light. I'm so sorry about my bad lighting. But sometimes you might not be that aware of what your strengths are. What is that, you're good in naturally. So just ask yourself, what's something that comes to you naturally? Something that it's just easy for you to do, something that you don't necessarily need to put so much effort in, right? What are the points to improve? What is something that you know you can do better? What is something that you want to do better? What is something you want to spend time to invest in learning and becoming better in? And what is the value you bring? So why would someone want to hire you? Why would someone want to work with you? How to figure this out? If you aren't 100% sure how to answer these questions yourself, and you feel, yeah, but maybe not, but I'm too shy, I'm not sure, right? Ask yourself, firstly, list out all of your achievements, everything that you have achieved, whatever comes to your mind. Don't overthink it, don't overanalyze it. Focus on the facts. What have you achieved by now in your career? How did you make a difference? Focus on other people's feedback as well. If it's so difficult for you to focus on your own facts, think about what has other people's feedback been on your performance. How did they enjoy working with you? What do they say about working with you? Okay, so that is the first step. Now, remember again, this is what we do before we even start working on our CV. The second thing you want to think about is, based on all the achievements, based on your strengths, based on areas to improve, based on the value, based on the first step, we think about what positions and what industries do you wish to apply for. Any kind of position is not a response. Even if you think, yeah, but I can do this and this and that, you want to narrow it down. You're going to help yourself. You're going to be more focused. It's going to be easier for you to say no to all the distractions. So even if you think, yeah, but if I narrow it down, I'm not going to have that many options, you will. Because trying to spread yourself too thin is going to make the whole job search so much more draining and difficult. All right? So we think about positions, we think about industries, and then ask yourself, why? Why those positions? Why those industries? Think about your passions, your interests. What kind of companies would you like to work for? Why? What kind of industries? Why? What kind of environments? Why? Be clear about those things, right? And if you say to yourself, oh, but I don't have preference, it doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Of course you have interest. Of course you have, how can I say, better picture. Just, you just need to dig a bit deeper. All right? Once you have that, think about what are your expectations in your next job. What is it you want? Now, if it's difficult for you to respond to what you want, think about what don't you want? What are non-negotiables for you? So when you look at the job ad, for example, or if you're in an interview, if that comes up, it's a no. Like, immediately it's a no, because you know that it's a non-negotiable for you to have certain things. And if that is not there, if that's not offered, it's just a no. Okay, it's not that something is wrong with them or whatever. No, it's just something that you want to have no matter what. It's your expectation. And of course you want to be picky. Of course you want to have expectations, right? Just as much as you're choosing them, or just as much as they're choosing you, so are you choosing them. Don't forget about that, right? So that's the second step. And now we go to updating your CV, updating your LinkedIn, updating your profile, so different job search. Only now. Do you understand, right? Like when we just went through this, do you understand why is it important to do this pre-work before we even start working on your CV? How much clearer idea you're going to have, how much easier it's going to be for you to communicate what you've done, your achievements, your value, right? If you don't take time to do that, it's not going to be as clear. If you take time to go through the steps that we mentioned, first and second step, this is going to be so easy because you have it all. It's just about now putting it in your CV or putting it in your LinkedIn, okay? Now, how, again, we use that information to put it in your CV, we focus on why you. Why you? That's the answer you want to be, or that's the question you want to be answering. Why you? Why would someone want to hire you? What's the value you bring with you? Okay, and focus on the future. What I mean here is that way too often I see people being too stuck in what happened and all of them, their achievements, right? Which, I mean, obviously this is what you want to put on your CV, but they don't include focus on what they want to do in the next role, right? So you want to make sure that as you're writing your CV, you want to keep asking yourself, how is this relevant to my next job? How is this relevant to my next company? How is this relevant to my next employer? Okay. One exercise that I like to give you here, that I get always such a great feedback on, all of my clients know it, is write down 20 reasons for why you. 20. And then keep adding on that list. Why you? The point of this exercise is not only to include that in your CV or on your LinkedIn, but this is going to help you so much later on when you get to the interview phase. Because when you talk about yourself from 20 different reasons why you, or even more than that, it's going to be so kind of natural for you to articulate why you and the value you bring to the next person you will talk about, right? Talk to them about you. I got messed up there, but you understand the point, right? So I have summarized it here for you, everything that we talked about, a few exercises here. List down all of your achievements. Focus on the facts. Focus on what other people have told you about. List your expectations for what is that you want in the next job and your non-negotiables. Then think about when communicating, you want to focus on why you, what's the value you bring to the next employer, and 20 reasons for why you make sure, I forgot to mention before, you want to make sure you're very specific. So when you say, for example, I'm a great communicator, that's not specific. Tell me, why are you a great communicator? How have you demonstrated that in the past? What results has great communication brought to your previous employers? Okay? So that's it. I wanted to share this with you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any ideas, anything that you'd like to share. If you're interested in taking this work further, this is one part that we do in my one-to-one coaching program if we decide to work on finding a new job, creating a new career path for you. So this is something we can do together. So if you'd like to know more about that, let me know. We're going to schedule a free consult call where we're going to discuss about how would working together look like and decide if we want to go through that journey together. Let me know. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.